You commit to the turn and immediately lock eyes with an officer in a police cruiser across the intersection. The officer whips a hard U-turn, and the flashing neon lights hit your rearview mirror instantly. He is on your bumper before you even straighten the wheel. He is at your window and asks what seems to be a perfectly innocent question. Do you know why you were stopped? This is one of 3 polite questions cops are expertly trained to use. Today, we look at those 3 questions and the exact words to say to help protect your rights without being disrespectful. First, understand 2 things. 1 is that a traffic stop is an investigation. 2, modern cops receive extensive psychological training in the academy to appear casual and friendly during these encounters. They are not necessarily the gruff, impatient cops of your parents' day. But more importantly, they are not there for a friendly chat either. They're searching for a reason to write a citation or build a criminal case against you. Welcome to the 4 Eyes of Law. I am attorney Larry J. Brookins. This video is for information only. It's not intended to provide legal advice about a specific case or to establish an attorney-client relationship. First, how do we define traffic stop? A normal routine traffic stop is a legal investigation dressed up as small talk. An officer engages in a casual tone to get you to lower your guard. Though fully uniformed, they want you to forget for the moment they are the police. Their goal is to get you to provide admissions of guilt or give permission to search your vehicle. If you do not know the rules of this interaction, you will lose every single time. Your first role is to be minimalistic. Remain silent, stay calm, and take a deep, slow breath before the encounter begins. The first trap is a trolling or fishing expedition. This is where the officer leans in and asks if you know why you were stopped. This is not a question. It is a request for you to become their legal assistant against yourself, to give them any incriminating evidence you may have that they can use against you, at a minimum, an admission or confession of wrongdoing. If you say you were rushing to an appointment, might have been going slightly above the speed limit, slow-rolled a stop sign, or made a bad turn, you just lost. You'd be admitting to a violation of law on a body camera. The officer no longer needs to prove anything. That's because you just proved it for him. Even if you believe it might just get you a warning, do not fall for that catfish bait. The correct response, since you cannot read the officer's mind, is to simply say no, or say one short and respectful sentence of, "No, I do not," then stop talking. Do not discuss your travel itinerary, explain your schedule, or what you were doing before the stop. If the police persist, simply say you respect their profession but would prefer to remain silent. Always keep your hands visible and give them your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance if they request it. This forces cops to rely only upon what they already know and keeps the burden of proof exactly where it belongs, upon them. The second thing cops usually ask is whether you have anything that is illegal. This often comes in the form of the so-called the soft ask technique. They may ask if everything is okay in the car or if you have anything they should know about. This is often followed up with a request to take a quick look around. They will make it sound like it is no big deal. They might say that people with nothing to hide should not mind a search. This is a strategic trap designed to get a person to waive their Fourth Amendment rights to privacy. Before we continue, if this video has provided value, please tap the bell and hit the subscribe button for the 4 Eyes of Law. This helps other people find this information, and you won't have to search the internet when you need legal knowledge. Now, the moment you agree to a search, you surrender a huge amount of legal protection. Your entire vehicle will be searched. If law enforcement find an item they think looks suspicious, your car will be towed, you will be handcuffed and given a trip to the station. Your day or night will be completely ruined. It's best to respectfully tell the officer that you do not give permission for a search in clear and respectful words. If an officer has a legal reason to search your car, they will do it whether you agree or not. By refusing the search, you give your attorney a chance to fight that evidence in court later. The third trap is called the location pull. It's when an officer asks, "Where were you coming from?" Here the police are checking for inconsistencies or trying to link you to a specific area. If you mention a location or a neighborhood they consider high crime, they will use that to justify a longer detention. Remember, you are not required to narrate your private life or your travel plans to police personnel on the side of the road. The correct response is to avoid explaining your route. Instead, ask the officer what may be the most important question in the entire scenario. Ask if you are being detained or if you are free to leave. This forces the police to either justify holding you or allowing you to go. This question triggers a specific mental shift in an officer's mindset and indoctrination. It requires them to determine if reasonable grounds exist for a detention or an arrest while being recorded on a body camera. This moves the focus back to the actual reason for the stop, not any expanded nonsense. Normally, once the officer has finished the citation, they have no legal justification to keep a person for further conversation. To sum it up, follow these 3 steps. First, when asked why you were stopped, say you do not know. Second, refuse all searches in plain and clear words. Third, if the conversation starts to drift, ask if you are free to leave. You must remain respectful, polite, and quiet. Remember, you have a right to remain silent and to say no to a search request. Thanks for watching and check out this next video.